Hello everyone and welcome to my Adobe Premiere Pro CC training course. My name is TJ Style and in this training course I'm going to be showing you all how can you work with this software right from the start. So if you have never used this software and if you are an absolute beginner, then I think this is a training course for you. We'll be taking a look at creating new projects, working with the timeline, working with the program monitor, source monitor, understanding how to work with FX, learning about transitions, working with markers, etc, etc, etc. There is a lot of things to learn. So without any delay, let's just get started. Oh yeah, actually there is this one delay. Friends, I've been uploading a lot of tutorials on Premiere Pro, After Effects, and other Adobe applications. And a lot of people will ask me that why did I create this new training course when I have already shown you all how to work with the very basics of the software in my CS6 CS6 training course. The reason behind that is that Adobe Premiere Pro CS6 for beginners, that title, it was a big failure, man. That title really sucked. I did not have a good script. I was repeating a lot of words. I was boring a lot of my fans. The video was not good. Actually, the video was good, but the audio was terrible. So that training course, it didn't really get that much attention on YouTube, and a lot of, like, I think it was a good training course. I made it after all. But but seriously, I think I could have done better, and that is one of the very main reasons that I'm making this new training course on CC. So if you are an absolute beginner, this training course is great for you. But if you have already learned the basics from me and you are kind of looking for the new features of Premiere Pro CC, then I'm going to be covering the new features that have been added in Premiere Pro CC in my title too. So either ways is going to be beneficial for you. Okay, so please subscribe and like my Facebook page and support me, friends. Okay, so this is the welcome screen of Adobe Premiere Pro CC. And frankly, I do not like it. I do not like it, man. If you were to compare this to CS6, I really think CS6 had a better welcome screen. The welcome screen is not good. But anyways, the welcome screen has been divided into two main parts. Okay, the left and the right. On the left, we have the main first settings for syncing with Adobe Creative Cloud. Now, I'm not going to be discussing what these settings are. But what I am going to be discussing is this right here: open a recent item. If you have been working with CC for some time now and you have been saving your files, then a list of all those saved files is going to come over here. Now unfortunately for me, I have not been doing a lot of work on CC, so I just have this one saved file. And one good thing about this is that if you keep your mouse on top of this this saved file, you can actually get a tooltip which shows you where is your file being saved. And say if you're in this case right now, I've got around a lot of terabytes of data on my machine, and I don't want to go through all of them to find out where are my projects being saved. I can just keep my mouse on top of this, get a tooltip, go to that file and do something about it. That's good. Open a project. If you click that, you can just browse to a directory where all your old projects are being saved, and open them. And on the right hand side, now we have two main options over here. Learn, which is not really important because you got me, I'm going to be showing you how to learn the software. So this is not really important, but you can click these and find out what's happening, And now for creating a new project, which is very important, you can just simply click over here, new project, and you will be given this new dialog box. Now this is somewhat similar to what we had in CS6. Yeah, except for the name is now on top of before it was down over here. So that is a big change, definitely very important. And now you can just name your file. So say if you were starting a new project, naming your projects, friends, is very important, because after becoming a video editor, you need to manage your files, and good management only comes when you have good and proper names. So always name your files. Okay, so tutorials 01. That's the best name I can come up with right now. Location. Now the good thing about CC is that it remembers your previous saved locations. So previously, if you remember, my exploring CC project was saved over here, and I think this is kind of a good place for my projects to being saved right now. If you click over here, you can see that the default location is over here. You can kind of go back to that, but I really advise you all to create a new folder on your machine and save all your Premiere Pro CC files over there. If you want to change your location, just simply click on browse to a good place on your drive, create a new folder, give it a very good name, and save your files over there, and then you'll be good. Now, below we have two more options, or actually two more tabs: general and scratch disks. Now, I'm going to be discussing what these two are because they are kind of important for a beginner to understand. Now, in general, we have four settings, but really the most important one is the first one over here: video rendering and playback. Now, just in case if this part is grayed out for you, no need to worry. Okay, you can still work with the software, and the software will work great. But if you if in your case this part is not grayed out, then I would highly recommend you just keep the default, that is OpenCL, and not to use the software only. Now, what these two options mean is that the first one, the OpenCL GPU acceleration, that means that Adobe Premiere Pro is going to use this feature, Mercury Playback Engine, and it's going to use the power of your graphics card in your machine to give you better rendering. So you don't have to sit down to render your files and render your movies. You can just hit the space bar and your movie will be played back in real time. You don't have to sit down, you don't have to waste your time, and therefore this is kind of important. You will really notice a very big difference in the rendering. But like I said before, if this part is grayed out for you and if you are working with Mercury Playback Engine software only, then too Premiere will work very, very nicely, very, very good. Okay, you will have a little time to render, but that's okay, you can still work with the software, and that's the main difference. Okay, so if you are thinking for investing in a new graphics card, I'm gonna say go for it, friends. Rest of these other settings I think are good. We want to work with timecode. Timecode I think is the best format for video. We do not want to work with milliseconds right now. Audio samples is good, and the capture format DV I think is perfect. So this is the only main setting that you need to do. Okay, understand the logic behind it. Don't just simply go and choose OpenCL and tell your friends to choose OpenCL every time. Understand the logic behind it and then work, because if you do that, then you become really, really smart. You genuinely get knowledge, and and you become smart. But seriously, understand the difference and then work. Now, coming back to scratch disks. Now see, when you are saving files, okay, when you are creating a new project, Adobe Premiere Pro in the backend is going to be creating a lot of files. Like for example, the auto-saved files. Like say you are working on a project for like hours and hours, and you are making your cards, you're doing all the awesome things, and you're not saving. So Adobe Premiere Pro has this one really nice feature of auto-save. What it does is it saves your project files automatically. It doesn't ask you, and that is I think a very, very good thing. Sometimes Premiere Pro crashes and you'll be like, oh man, I did a lot of work and this and that, and everything is gone now. So this saves you a lot of time. It saves you in a lot of situations, and this is really, really good. But this project file has to be saved somewhere, right? So Adobe Premiere Pro is asking you whether you want to have all of these settings, like the video previews, the audio previews, all these files that are going to be created in the backend to be saved somewhere, right? So what do you want to do? You want to save it in the same as project, meaning this directory, or you want to customize the directory and you want to give it like a different place. If you are a beginner, friends, I would really, really advise you to keep this same as project, because why do I do that now? Okay, that's a good question. Well, firstly, because you can go back. Okay, say your software crashed and now you want to go to your autosave, then you know that this is a place where you need to go. You don't have to go in the documents and look for your autosave. So that is good. And therefore, I would really advise you to keep the same as project in every setting. The captured video, captured audio, video previews. Video previews is not really important, because you won't go in the back end and look for your video previews. You would rather do them and you just play them in Premiere Pro. But once again, it's a good idea to keep them in the same path as the location over here. And for some reason, if you want to, you think that it's good if you save it somewhere else, and just click on browse, and then you can decide where you want to save this. One tip I would like to give you though in this topic is that never ever save your Premiere Pro files on your main operating system drive. The reason behind this is it will slow down Adobe Premiere Pro, and also slow down your machine. So right now you can see I've got Windows 7, right? And I've saved my Windows 7 on my C drive. So I'm not going to save any of my Premiere Pro files on my C drive. I'm always going to use another drive. And you can see right now I've got a little space on D drive. 1.6 terabyte is not really that much space in the video editing world, but I think it should do just fine for my tutorials. So once all of these settings have been done, okay, see friends, I want you all to understand the logic and the reasoning behind all of these different settings. I don't just want to, browse you through the things and, tell you some cool words and, just click OK and, get over with. I could do that, but I'm really not going to do that. I really want to explain why do things happen like that. And therefore it may take me a little time, but please bear with it, okay? And just watch the tutorial. Now, once everything has been done, just click OK. And previously in Adobe Premiere Pro CS6, 5 and 5.5, you would get a sequence dialog box, but that dialog box has been thrown out in Premiere Pro CC. Now you're just imported, or you're just given the interface of Premiere Pro to work with. And this is the interface, friends. This is where you will be working with your movies and editing your clips and doing all of those awesome things. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how can you create a new sequence, okay? And sequences, without a doubt, is a very important topic. So make sure you watch that tutorial. And I hope you learned something today. So please subscribe. I know it went a little, a little long, but I'm sorry for that. Please subscribe though to my tutorials for graphics channel, and like my Facebook page. The link is gonna be in the description. Take care, friends. I will see you all next time. Thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed.